very important for you to understand that, we don't have the time and we don't have the luxury of talking this for several hours about every single detail, but otherwise we're not going to be able to get the challenge and do our business separate. Yeah. So it's very important for you to understand that, like we're trying to inspire you, we're trying to make sure we're going to give that hope in getting yourself in a position where you're going to be victorious, no matter what is going to be your business, no matter what you're going to do for living or anything else that you do in your life. This challenge is also going to help you to instill in you better habits, to the fact that you're going to have to stretch yourself. You're going to get out of also outside of your comfort zone. So you're going to be more confident and more, I would say, persuasive in your dreams through the extension that this challenge is going to give you. And there's several other reasons. One of them, for instance, it is the fact that you not give up so easy because you're part of a challenge. Being part of a challenge is going to push your boundaries of having a little bit more, I'll say, thick skin in your persuasion. And going back to what we talk about, the next thing that I would like to kind of bring it up, it is the education or anything that you can teach other people to do. If you know something that you are good at, or you think that you can help other people on chasing their dreams, yeah, maybe you're great in the kitchen, maybe you're great in the, I would say, uh, financial, like Tabitha knows, yeah, or maybe you are amazing in with your hands. You have a craft that you can teach people. Whatever it is, the things that you know and you know you're good, create a mini course for a few days. Put it together. Making sure there's so many free websites that allows you to create a course that you can actually upload your videos. Great, even if you're going to use YouTube, you can create YouTube, you can leave it on point of people. Then you're going to create a big, I will say, um, a big wave around it. Yeah, that you're going to push people, on creating, um, on joining and learning about what you do. And then you're going to create a demonstration, and that demonstration is going to be live. You're going to create a lot of, or a webinar, yeah, like evergreen. I don't know how many times, and I'm pretty sure you've been into the same thing, that you went to uh, Facebook or to any other ad, and certainly you saw something popping out in front of you that was saying that, hey, would you like to learn about this, and that? And the moment you do that, automatically, it asks you like, hey, uh, click on this video and put your information and join our webinar or demonstration. And in a few minutes, you can actually schedule and watch it. So this is called Ever Webinar, and basically it's a very simple tool that you can use on building yourself solid and creating something that actually is gonna help you uh, with your $10,000 challenge. In other words, you're gonna create this webinar, you're gonna share your knowledge, and then you create these courses. And every time somebody's gonna want to see it, you're gonna put, let's say, the cost of the course is gonna be $500. Yeah, so you're gonna be like, how to schedule how to have a successful scheduler that people are doing, and you create a very in detail class, and then you create this webinar that's going to be just briefly I would say attaching or tackling into the subject of building a perfect schedule. And then you say, for more information, or if you want to learn about this class, the link is below. Click on the link, and the class is going to be not $1 million, not $500, $5,000. It's going to be just $500 or four installments of let's say 125, yeah, or 150 to make it more easy to even if it's going to be look more. So that way you're going to make people to pay 500 less. They're going to pay one lump sum or 4 payments of $150. In that way, you just create yourself a tool or something that you can use it towards the $10,000 challenge. So now you already know that for you to reach to the $10,000, you do have to sell 20 of this. Yeah, you're selling 20 of this, you're done. And you can create every week, you can create one webinar. And by the way, creating a course, it takes you 2 or 3 days if you're going to be from morning to afternoon. And just, maybe in the first weekend you have, or even like until the end of this week, you can create a course and you can have that one. And you can make extra money during this thing. Why? You can create referrals. During your course, you can talk about, like for instance, one of the things that you can do, you can create a referral program. That referral program is going to help you to have extra money on top of that course. That's going to be like, hey, by the way, like for instance, and I'm going to tell you about the great referral program that Tabitha has, yeah, and she's going to go more in depth about that one and explain to exactly how you can do it inside of your seminar, so you can reach out to her. And the best way it is, like through the Clubhouse, is just make sure you're going to follow her and send her a text message. But if not, you're going to find it inside of the same, either it's going to be in the description, or either I'm going to put it inside of the, on the YouTube, I'm going to put it inside of the comments. So in that way, you're going to find out exactly how you can reach out to her. And ask her, hey, tell me more about, like what we can do, what we can refer, how it's going to work, yeah? So, and she's going to tell you more about, the financial side of it and everything else, all the beauty of what she does, And this is an amazing way, like another amazing way by itself. And actually what Tabitha has, it can be by itself an amazing, amazing way that you can make the $10,000. And she can tell you all about that one in a few moments. Then when she's going to take it over from here. But 100%, 100%. There's so many ways that you can make this thing happen. There's so many ways that you can make the $10,000 in 30 days. And like I said, creating an education program where I say one, referrals, like working with Tabitha can help you on. There's so many ways that you can make these $10,000 in the next 30 days. And I'm going to tackle on this one every single day. I'm going to work on like if it's not going to be starting with tomorrow, actually, tomorrow is going to be the 1st of September. I'm going to be talking every single day about this program for a few minutes. I'm going to talk about, the ups, downs. I'm going to create a transparent account that I'm going to show you how is my progress in the things I'm going to do, what I'm going to decide I'm going to do. So then I'm going to be like creating my list and making sure everything's going to be trimmed down to the point of creating a successful schedule that's going to allow me to win the day and make sure that I'm going to win also the $30,000, the $10,000 in the next 30 days. So if you want to learn more about, please make sure you're going to follow us. Make sure that you're going to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you're on YouTube, and make sure that you understand the way that we're going to do this and every single aspect of it. So this being said, Miss Tabitha, would you like to take over and talk about the importance of the mindset that we need to have to be successful?
Absolutely. Thank you, Peter. So if you want to participate in this $10,000 30-day challenge. The challenge is to create additional streams of income other than your niche or whatever you currently do. So I'm in the financial space. So it wouldn't be revenue from my current revenue stream. It would be outside of the revenue stream for those of you who are listening to the replay. However, I wanted to invest today speaking about the difference between being broken or having a broken mindset. I remembering that I'm in the financial space. So I wrote down 10 excuses that I hear on a regular basis. And what I'd love to do, and Eugenia, good morning, what I'd love to do and discuss with everyone, remember this, I love it when Peter says this is not a monologue, right? It's a discussion. So I'm coming from the financial space. So I'm sharing with you excuses I hear from people about things, money, opportunity. So the first one I wrote down was because I hear it the most. When I'm talking to individuals about creating wealth for their family and creating generational wealth, the number one excuse I hear, what do you think it is, Peter? Good morning, Susan. What do you think the number one excuse I hear about why an individual cannot create wealth?
I'm not looking to make money. I want money.
Right,
No.
right.
Yeah, or money is the root of all evil. I don't have time.
Right, right. Time is number two.
Okay.
But the number one excuse I get is I don't have money.
Yep.
I don't have money. But then I'm looking at the individual and they're wearing designer sunglasses or designer shoes and designer clothes, and they just got a brand new tattoo, or they're at the club drinking. They have the latest and greatest iPhone, or they have a smartwatch, or whatever it may be. But the number one excuse I hear is I don't have the money. That is a broken mindset. If you tell yourself, I don't have the money, it's really not that you don't have the money, it's that the choices that you're making is what needs to be fixed. Broken mindset versus broken. See, if you can afford to go to the club and you can afford those designer clothes, and Peter told me that I can't remember, I think what you said, Peter, is that you haven't had a television in your house in like 7 years. Am I right?
It's actually 2007. So
2007. Okay,
yeah.
So well over, that's 15 years.
Yeah, somewhere there.
So he's not paying money for cable TV and things of that nature. And so this is the idea. I don't have the money. But the reality of it is your goal, your dreams, are they more important than the designer clothes? So that's excuse number one. So I'm working on the difference between a broken mindset. Now listen, I've met broken people. Broken people can also be fixed. You break a bone, it can be repaired. The body repairs itself. I always teach individuals that poor is an attitude, broke can be fixed. Okay. The number two excuse that I hear all the time is I don't have time. So this 30-day challenge that Peter is launching, I don't have time. These are lies that we tell ourselves because in reality, we don't want to do what's necessary. So you can work a job and you'll give your employer 10 to 14 hours a day, 5, 6, 7 days a week. You're willing to do that. You make time. I remember for one individual I met, made time for their favorite TV show, which was at the time Hell's Kitchen. Okay, they made time for that. So it's not that you don't have time, it's that it's a priorities that you have. Number 3, excuse, which I love this one. I don't have patience. I don't have patience to deal with people, to get a business off the ground, to start something else. I just don't have the patience for it. But you have patience for a boss to go work for somebody else, for a co-worker, for tolerating the patience, for accepting less than what you're worth, somebody else controlling your life. Do you see how our thought process is really what's broken? Number 4, have you ever heard this, Peter? Someday I'm going to do it. Someday I'll get there. Someday I'm going to lose weight. Someday I'm going to get healthy.
I think I heard it on the most funny way. I heard it on from Brian Tracy. He was telling that the people that they're going on vacation to the someday island, and they forgot to come back. It's like someday, and everybody there is happy, and like they're living in someday, and they never have that I will say need or necessity of coming back from the someday, because they're stuck there, and every single day it's a someday, so yeah, there's where I kind of hear it in a, I would say, in a funny way, but yes, it's 100% optical illusion to say like that we create for ourselves of someday we'll do that. Right now we're too busy. So
right. Number 5 excuse. Can you give me the money to start? There's a big difference between a handout and a hand up. And here's what I started telling individuals. No, you're not going to slack or quit on my dime, because people work harder when they're invested in something.
thank you.
So, I used to give. Pay for people to start their own business, pay for their background check in the financial space, do all of that. But the reality of it is do you know why an individual has more
I'm multi-streaming.
success
I'm streaming
in
YouTube.
a
I have
startup
Clubhouse
that
open,
costs
so we are
hundreds
different
of
lives.
thousands of dollars versus
And I have my
someone
co-host
who gets
on
involved in
Clubhouse
a
talking
network
about
marketing opportunity or direct sales
my amazing
opportunity
co-host,
that
Tabitha,
cost
talking
maybe a
about
couple
the
$100.
subject today, which is a broken mindset.
What's the difference? And why are the ones that they've invested hundreds of thousands of dollars more successful statistically? Your thoughts, Peter?
Oh, that's a tough one. But just like from the point of view of the statistics, or just, I don't know, my opinion.
Yeah. Why do you think? Because statistically it says that opportunities that out of pocket cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars have a much higher success rate, like 3 times higher success rates than opportunities that cost almost nothing.
Well,
Why do you think that is?
first, like when you're investing and you put some how they call it, you put some uh, meat in skin in the game. Yeah, I was trying to say meat, but skin in the game. Yeah, when you put some skin in the game, your first of all, your attention it's a way higher, you know, than everything else that you do, because now you know that, hey, I just spent, I don't know, $1,000. I want to make sure that I'm not going to lose it, or like, yeah, you have a different way of approaching this, a different, I will say, um, a different feeling inside of what you just spend the money on, and your attention it's a way higher, and you're willing to make it work to recover the money now because you just spend the money. It's a way like more, you're feeling more burning, to say like that, so you really want to make sure that you're going to get it. That's what I think.
And remember, it's about mindset. And when you invest more, you put more value on that opportunity than the one that you invest less. Statistically, how you treat it. And so I always said to individuals, my opportunity, although it cost $124 to get involved, I wish they charge $1 million, because people would take it more seriously. Because the more you invest, the more worth you label it with. Does that make sense?
100%. Then just for the audience, can you kind of define what you're gonna get from that 125? Oh my gosh, amount of money investment, just for those ones that they have that mindset,
Yeah. Well, first of all, I always think about individuals who let me go to excuse number 6 that I hear. Mindset, right? You mean I have to pay or invest in myself to get involved with something that could offer me the opportunity to make millions? Our fastest $1 million income earner went from 0 to $1 million in 3 years. But people are like, I have to invest in myself? Oh, that must be a scam. So again, it's that, what are you getting out of it? Well, people invest hundreds of thousands of dollars in a student loan to get a degree. The degree doesn't guarantee them an income based on what they studied. There's a statistic out there that shows that, like, I think it's only 27% of the people who have a college degree actually work in the field that their degree is in. So they spent hundreds of thousands of dollars to get a degree that they're not even using. Okay. Now, people say, you mean I have to, this is what I hear, the terminology, I have to pay for a job? No, you're not paying for a job. You're paying for the opportunity. And with my firm, we get you fully licensed in the financial industry. So insurances, investments, managed money, mortgage license. So there's so many different areas. We do legal services, we do home security, we do senior health care. So there's so many. We actually have 13 streams of income. So there's 13 licenses, certifications that you're going to get to create an additional stream of income. In each of those, as Peter said, we have individuals who come in and they have no intention of being a financial expert, but they believe so much in what we do that they become referral partners. So they never even sit with the client. They refer people because of the value that they received in what we do. But again, I'm just sharing with you the excuses or the mindset challenges that I hear people speaking over their own life. And, for those people who know me, know I'm a believer, and the word says that there's life and death in the power of the tongue. And people speak these things over their own life. And again, if I have to invest in myself, it must be a scam. But people are going to college. Think about this. The real scam, I think, this is opinion, okay? Take it for what it's worth. It's people being paid a salary or a wage to keep them at a job, paying them just enough. I call it just over broke, JOB, just over broke. So just enough to give up on their own dreams. Why spend all of their time building somebody else's wealth, somebody else's dream? And on top of that, giving up the ability to spend quality time with their own family. Now that's the real scam out there. But again, the excuse, the mindset is, you mean I have to pay? I have to pay to go to a Grant Cardone event? I have to pay to go to a networking event to meet other individuals that I can learn from? Again, this is a broken mindset. When I get through all of these, we're going to focus on things you can do if you want to. Because the reality of all of this is no one except for you can decide to change your mindset. Okay? No one. Number 7 excuse. Oh, I'm just not good at selling. Or I'm not good with people. Or I'm not good with computers. I'm not good with test taking. I'm not good, fill in the blank. Okay? But if you're currently in a position, you sold yourself at the interview, didn't you? If you want to move up the corporate ladder or move up into a different position, not a lateral move, could potentially be a lateral move, but you have to put on the performance of a lifetime. Sometimes you need to look yourself in the mirror and give yourself the same performance you gave for that job that you have. You sold yourself to if you have a significant other or a partner in life like I do, 30 years, okay, you're selling yourself to your partner or your significant other, your best friend. Have you ever convinced someone to go see a movie that they weren't going to go see because it's not their kind of movie? Have you ever convinced someone to go to your favorite restaurant when Chinese or Mexican or sushi? This is a big one. Sushi isn't their thing. They would never eat sushi. And you're convincing them that they need to try it for the first time and they love it. Ever done something like that, Peter?
Yes, 10,000 times.
Exactly. But people sell themselves short. And again, it's what are you saying to yourself in the mirror? Number 8.
8:30 every single day, every single morning. We start at 8:30.
I just heard it this week. Okay.
And we have usually talking about topic in business or different other stuff that is going to be.
If I make $10,000 in 30 days, I'll lose my disability or my benefits of some sort.
Yeah, the excuse of too much money. I'm gonna make too much money and I'm not gonna be able. Yeah,
I'm gonna lose my disability.
It is the same thing, like I always like to give this example. When I was doing calls and it was that I will say challenge of who's going to have the first 100 no's before the lunch break is going to have the free lunch, and you were doing calls, and people they were chasing, to get that no from the customer they were calling, and like every one in a while you're gonna hear somebody say, "Damn it, I lost my lunch," So
Right.
yeah, they're gonna lose their lunch, but they don't see the benefit of making more than $10,000. But yeah, it's cool. It is a monster. So like you said, so here you go.
Yeah. Think about this. So you would prefer to live on a limited income for the rest of your life
Stay with
than
me.
change your
Thank
life?
you.
Again, excuse number 8. How about this one? What if my
Thank you,
boss
Agnes.
finds out? I'll lose my job. It could be the biggest blessing that ever happened to you in your life for you to lose the job that's holding you back, right?
Thank you, Mr.
Again,
David.
mindset. Number 10, last one, and
Yes.
then we're going to discuss things that we do. And I'd love Eugenia, if you want to join us, and Peter, things that we do on a daily basis to work on our mindset. But number 10, I'm too scared. Peter, have you ever been scared?
Every single day. That doesn't stop me. Every single
Exactly.
day.
Yeah, you're scared. So, and what I think about this is I hope you're scared. If you're not scared, your dream is not big enough. Okay. It should be scary to you. When I met my husband and I was thinking he could be the right person for me, it was a scary thought. Same thing with him. And we talk about it now. Every big decision in your life is going to be scary. So are you going to go around not making any big decisions because it's scary? Right? Are you going to stay stuck? Are you going to stay broke because you're scared? I posted yesterday, I read something in a devotion. So let's talk about the things that you can do. And sometimes I have to say, when I first started studying Grant, when I first got involved in my company, and they taught us to do daily affirmations, I had never heard of such a thing. Because corporate America doesn't talk about daily affirmations unless you work for Grant Cardone and they're doing their daily chants in the office when they start their meeting. Okay. But it's not normal for companies to do this. And I remembered when I heard you have to do daily affirmations. What are you telling yourself? And I just thought that was the weirdest thing. But here's what I recalled afterwards. Without even knowing it, we had our children doing daily affirmations about themselves from a young age. So we were doing things of this nature. But yesterday when I was doing my morning devotion, I was reading and it said that if you try and fall flat on your face, it's okay, because it's impossible to fall flat on your face and not move forward. Because when you fall flat on your face, you're forward, right? You've moved forward. So being scared of failing, scared of falling, and you fall flat on your face because you took the leap, you move forward. It's impossible to go backwards if you're failing, falling flat on your face. And John Maxwell has a series called Failing Forward that I did years ago. Love John Maxwell. And he's a mindset coach. There's so many mindset coaches out there. And I'm not telling you that you have to go pay tens of thousands of dollars to attend one of these sessions or trainings, but there's so much. So let's discuss some of the things that you can do to move yourself from broken. There are some things that are broken, things that have happened in your past that you need healing from. And what I would suggest there, that is different from a broken mindset. Go get the help you need, wherever it may be. I'm not an expert in those, and I'm not trying to be. But I feel like 26 years as an entrepreneur, entrepreneurs can help you fix a broken mindset. But the first thing is you have to know that it's broken. Take captive every thought is what the word says. So you can think it, speak it out if it's negative. That's one of the things that I do. I can think it. And sometimes, Peter, you've probably seen me do this. Sometimes I I touch my mouth and I turn it like I'm shutting it off. Like, don't even think about saying that, Tabitha, Michelle. And I turn it off. Don't speak it. There's life and death in the power of the tongue, and there's something to be said about you speaking negative over your life. So like, I know someone who's constantly, from the day this individual's child was born, they said this devil child or devil spawn or something of that nature is the title that they gave this child. And I thought, why would anybody speak that over the life of their child? Okay, you're speaking it out. When you speak it out, what are you doing? You're claiming it. So the first thing I would say is, if you have a negative thought, take a moment and think about it and turn it into something positive. Okay, and it's kind of that old adage, you can make lemonade out of lemons. Okay, you can. Second thing I would suggest that's really helped me is, in the morning, speak your daily affirmations. If you're having a tough day and it's in the middle of the day, when you're writing out your goals, suggest that you do this first thing in the morning. This will change your mindset because it'll help you get through the tough periods by writing out your goals and reminding yourself of why you're doing what you're doing. So you're writing them out. And then what happens in the middle of the day, if I have a rough patch, I'm writing my goals out again. I'm saying my affirmations again. I'm reminding myself of why I'm doing this. I think having a gratitude journal is a great thing. And every evening and every morning, write something that you're grateful for in this. Gratitude journal has really helped me with my mindset, because I could have this whole woe is me attitude, or I can remind myself that I'm grateful for the opportunities that I have and the people I surround myself with and my family, whatever it may be. Sometimes people focus on the negative, and what the gratitude journal does is helps you focus on the positive. Peter, what are some of the things you do to work on your mindset on a daily basis?
I think number one thing that I do, I always think about what else I'm afraid of, and I'm always trying to kind of push myself forward on that thing, in the meaning that I always look for, like, I know I'm afraid, but if it has to be done, that means it has to be the right way. If it's too comfortable, I know I'm not doing the right thing, or I'm not doing the progress. So I always look for those elements, I would say, inside of my daily habits that it will throw me off of my comfort zone. Yeah. Like I said on Monday, when I talk a little bit more about the 10,000, dollars 30-day challenge, it's out of my comfort zone. It's out of my comfort zone because it's not going to be in my field. It's going to be outside of my field. In other words, I'm going to stretch myself on learning a new thing that I only have 30 days to make sure I'm going to be successfully achieving the $30,000 to the $10,000. And that's not only that it's going to be out of my comfort zone, but I'm going to prove to myself, first of all, that it's achievable. Second of all, I'll prove to others that it's achievable. As long as you're going to put your, uh, I will say, push. And a lot of people, they're going to think, oh, I'm not going to make it, or it's not possible. Hey, listen, have you tried? Have you tried to get out of that comfort zone? And have you tried to do this? Because if you don't try, you're not going to find out. So every single day, do something that's going to be throwing you out of your comfort zone. And that's going to give you one step closer to your goals, no matter what it is. Because everything that, and there's a saying, everything that we ever want, it's outside of our comfort zone. So I will say this, just to kind of wrap up the idea. Your mindset, it's a big, comfortable, I will say, human being that likes to do everything is in their power to stay in the comfort zone, to not do nothing that is going to throw them off from their habits, what they know, and nothing scary, nothing, and you're always going to find all the BS excuses that Tabitha just mentioned in those 10 elements. You're going to find them in that mindset because we tend to that, like this is not us. We don't want to do it. We don't have time. We don't have money. We don't have whatever. And it's all inside our mind. Our mind doesn't want to get outside the covers, even if it's not true. You have the time, even if it's not true. You have the money, even if it's not true. You got everything you need, but you're still gonna find an excuse because you feel it's uncomfortable. The first thing is that your mind is gonna tell you, "Hey, find an excuse fast. We don't have time for this," because you don't want to be exposed. You don't want to show yourself in that uncomfortable position of doing something that is not you. So if you feel like you're afraid, if you feel like you are about to give an excuse, think that this is the right thing to do. That's one thing I want to say on that.
Peter, can you repeat that? Everything great is outside of your comfort zone. Is that what you said?
Everything that we ever wanted, it's outside of our comfort zone.
Okay. Yeah, I love that. I love that. The other thing that I do when I'm feeling uncomfortable is that I go back and I remind myself and I look back. You can't spend forever doing this. It takes a minute. But I look back at all the great things that have happened in my life. This is that grateful journal, could be part of it. But I go back and I look at all the great things that have happened in my life. I had to get uncomfortable in order for them to happen. Uncomfortable. So I love that. I love that. And then the other thing that I do sometimes Clubhouse is I just get up and move. I work just like, Peter, I know that a lot of what you do, you're physically working, but I sit in a chair all day long and talk to people and run numbers and create strategies for wealth creation. So I'm sitting all day long. And so when I'm feeling like I'm in a slump, I get up and move for a minute, go get some fresh air, go get some vitamin D, natural vitamin D, right? So these are all things that that we can do as entrepreneurs or want to be entrepreneurs, or even if you work for somebody else. These are all things that we can do to help fix our mindset. And this is what I teach individuals. You can have excuses or money. Going back to the $10,000 in 30 days, you can have excuses or money, but you can't have both. I don't know anybody who has money that has a boatload of excuses. So with that, again, excuses are money. You can't have both. Fix your mindset. If you need help with this, there are many things. And the last thing I'd say is start your day with a motivational video. There's a million of them on YouTube. And don't spend forever. You don't get stuck there. Okay. If social media drags you down, get away from it. Take a step away from it. So with that, again, let's wrap up with our, this is the Growth Mastermind Group, a group of entrepreneurs whose mission, vision, and purpose is to help you, yes, you, the entrepreneur, find, unleash, and fulfill your potential. Good morning, Wanda. It's so good to see you. We meet here each and every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8:35 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Peter, before we wrap up, I wanted you to do a recap of our Making 10,000 in 30 Days challenge. It starts tomorrow. Go ahead, Peter.
Absolutely, 100%. So here we go again, about the $10,000 in 30-day challenge that we start for starting with the 1st of September until the 30th of September. And this 30-day, $10,000 in 30-day challenge. It's a very simple, I will say, idea that we started of doing something that's gonna be outside of your field that you have, that's gonna bring you $10,000 in the next couple of days. And it's very simple. There's so many methods and techniques, and we talk every single day. We touch on a few of them. We make sure we're gonna start to kind of bring up this idea about what is possible to be done. Yeah. And in the moment, you're gonna get something that is going to be, let's say, tangible. Things that you're gonna find out a unique niche. Good morning, Noah. So you find a new unique niche that you're gonna be able to kind of, I would say, tackle, that is gonna bring you to the point of building your product or your service that you're gonna make the $10,000. Then you're gonna start to make the reverse engineering and find out exactly how much of those products have to be sold. And of course, you have to have in your mind this idea that when you're building a product, you're building a service, you have to think about what problem this is going to solve for who, and what is going to be the outcome you're going to bring. It's going to be something that is going to, so how long is going to take. And after that, you create this solid product, you create an offer. And yes, on Monday, we talk about affiliate programs that you can make very good money. And I do have a full list of about I would say 90 something affiliate programs that you can actually make pretty good money. And if you want to have the list, the link about that we pinned on Clubhouse, and also I'm gonna ping also put it also in the comments on the YouTube live, and also here on Bigo, and I'm gonna put those basically all those affiliates inside of a list. And as soon as you're gonna send me that you want to be part of the challenge, I'm gonna send you the entire list of affiliates. I'm gonna send everything that it was in my research, so in that way you can take a decision about what is gonna be the right thing that you're gonna do, or what is gonna be the vehicle you're gonna use to make that 10,000. And today we talk about also the idea of creating an education that you can educate in something very good. You're good, like one that can educate people about New York, create a program, create a class about New York, and then create a webinar that you're gonna be presenting it to those, maybe to tour guides, maybe other tour guides that they're in New York. You're gonna educate them how to become like Wonderful Wanda. Yeah. So there's so many ways that you can do this in the most elegant way. And push yourself to that point where you're going to be creating this program, and then you're going to sell it to the webinars. And if you charge $500 per webinar, basically you need just 20 of them to be sold to make sure they're going to get to that $10,000. And like this, we're going to talk on Friday. I'm going to take another set of ways that we can make the money. And every single day on TikTok, I'm going to have 3 times actually a day. I'm going to be on TikTok. It's a commitment with myself on being there. I'm going to talk about new ways I found, what I found. I'm going to give you updates. I'm going to also be on YouTube every single day live. And I'm going to make sure that I'm going to be tackle this one to the point of getting absolutely all the information necessary for somebody to take a decision and to be successful on this. But again, like Tabitha said today, and I just want to emphasize this, that you need to solve your mindsets. And those 10 elements that she talked today are something that can stop you in the track of getting yourself to the position of making money. Because, in the moment your mindset is broken and you put excuses in front of, oh, I don't have time. I don't have time for this. I don't have the money. I don't have the resource. I don't have whatever excuse you have, or you're going to be in one day island, it's not going to happen. It is a decision that you have to take yourself. And remember, this is not even about the money. It's about the commitment of creating good habits. This 30 days is going to push you to create new good habits that, because it's going to be something in addition to what you do every day, you're going to have to find time. You're going to have to find resources. You're going to have to find, so you're going to start kind of a new business in a few days. So in 30 days, you're going to be successful. And that's going to push all the boundaries. You're going to get in that out of the comfort zone every single day. So you're going to develop that thick skin that is necessary for entrepreneurs to be able to be successful. You're going to develop that, I would say, fearless kind of attitude that you're going to always tackle in everything that it's going to be in the way. And this is going to help you forward. And you're going to go back to your business. You're going to be more prepared. You're going to be more ready. You're going to be more, I would say, ready to crush it, no matter what is your business. So you think like this is like kind of a super energy drink that you're going to drink that's going to prepare you in 30 days to go back to your business with a new mindset that you're going to be ready to crush it. So this being said, if anybody has anything else to add, I'm going to be more than happy to hear it.
Awesome, Peter. I love this. And what did I tell you on Monday? See, there's a reason why this happened today. So Monday, in all transparency, I told Peter, I don't have time to do this challenge. I have so much on my plate right now that I feel overwhelmed. And I was just sitting here listening to myself. And what was one of the excuses? It was number 2. The number 2 excuse used is, I don't have time. So Peter, right here on Clubhouse and YouTube, I'm committing to the $10,000 and 30-day challenge because anybody can do it. I just thought of something really fun I'm going to do. I'm not going to share my secret because I'm going to save it for Friday. But listen, this is exactly what we need to do. Put ourselves out of our comfort zone. I feel like I can make this $10,000 in a completely different way than my normal financial space in 30 days, doing something fun and energetic to kind of give me a little breathing room to think outside of what normally my focus and energy is on. So I just thought I'd share that with you. I have a perfect idea for me. right? It's going to be fun. It's going to be entertaining. I'm going to,
Yep.
when I hang up here, do the math on it. So we will see you guys here on Fabulous Friday for more ways. And last thing, they text you or email you or direct message you. What do they say? 10K, 30 days? What are they saying?
In the moment they go on the link that I put about, it's a very simple form. The only thing it's going to do is going to take your information. In the moment you're going to do that, I'm going to receive a text message that somebody subscribed or somebody joined the 10K challenge. In the moment they do that, basically, I'm going to send like an email back, just try to figure out, what do you need help with. So in that way we can, figure out what else thing I'm going to give. I have like a form of 30 days, like kind of like a schedule or planner to say like that of how it's going to be successful. And, I'm going to put everything that I found so far, which I did the research the whole week. I was planning on this to make sure that it's going to be something that's going to be drastically, and I will say, full of unpleasant or out of my comfort zone elements that I want to push myself and push the boundaries of who I am, what I do, and to make sure that if you're there, if you're in that position, that you're not comfortable, this thing is going to shake you and it's going to make sure you're going to be ready for where it's going to take after this. So, yep.
Greatness lies outside of our comfort zone. See
Yes.
you guys on Friday.
Thank you, Tabitha. Have a wonderful day and have a wonderful Wanda, and absolutely amazing. See you Friday. Bye-bye. So here we go. We just finishing up the Clubhouse, and we're gonna keep continuing doing this every single. So we on the Clubhouse we are on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. It's the standard time. So if you want, make sure you're gonna join us on Clubhouse. Make sure you're gonna follow us and follow us on Bigo. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and make sure anywhere we are, you're gonna tell us about what we do, how we do it. So in that way, we're gonna make sure we're gonna be successfully following through and successfully making sure that what we're doing is gonna help us in our journey of success, and everything that it is outside of this is going to help us on building that, I will say, life of design that we ever wanted to have. So make sure you're gonna get on that element, and make sure you're gonna be there with us. Make sure that you're gonna be, I will say, through that situation when you're going to push yourself, that no matter what, and I repeat, no matter what you're going to do is going to help you of getting out of that comfort zone. Is going to help you on pushing yourself towards greatness. And you're going to have 30 days for this challenge of making it happen, making things moving away, making things to be like just literally like amazing. And no matter what you do for a living, no matter what you are doing, I'm pretty sure we're gonna find ways that it's gonna give us that attitude of a winner. That's gonna be absolutely 100% grateful and gracious to have it. So I'm gonna post some links before we're gonna wrap up the room. I'm just gonna sorry, I'm losing my voice. Which is the yeah. I just gonna make I was trying to put here on Bigo, and it does not allow me to put the long link, so I have to put the short link. So let me just put my short link. But anyhow, if you have any question, if you are watching this live, feel free to put it in the comments. I'm happy to read it, see what's about, and see how I can help. So definitely 100 Christian. Yeah. Okay. Wonderful. See if this one is going to allow me. I just sent to myself a link to make sure that I'm going to be able to follow. See. There you go. I got it right here. Got it. Wow. So I put a link on thing, but it's missing because it doesn't allow me the space. It's HTTPS, and then it's the link there. If you want to follow and join the challenge, feel free to do so. That's the challenge that we have right now. So it's a great challenge. It's a great way to start something new. So feel free to join. I'm posting right now also on YouTube in the comments. So make sure that if you want to follow more on the challenge, join the. Here you go. So this is the challenge. Here. This is gonna be out there. So anyhow, I appreciate each one of you, and thank you very much. And I'm gonna come back later on with another live maybe, and I'm gonna start to stream to different channels. But meanwhile, thank you very much, and have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day.